blue colour represents an increase in temperature, and that increase in temperature is to do with the heat in the metal, of which one of the main causes is friction. Friction arises for several reasons, the first of which is pressure. You're pressing too hard on the stone. That increases the amount of friction and the heat, and the temperature rises. So you want to lay off the pressure, be gentle, be a little bit more patient. The second thing is, even as you're doing it, you need to not hold the tool for too long before checking that it's not getting too hot and dipping it in water and cooling it. The third thing you need to think about is the speed of the grinding wheel. And if you have a slower speed grinding wheel, then of course you're going to be generating much less friction. So if you're considering buying a grinding wheel, do think about slower speed. Fourthly, the coarser the wheel, the more air on the surface is passing over the metal. The finer the wheel, the more material is rubbing against the metal. So a finer wheel will create more friction. So you want to use the coarsest wheel possible that you've got, and that will generate less friction. The other really important thing to consider is the tool itself. Thinner metal, the heat will generate a rise in temperature very quickly. So that's important. As you get nearer and nearer to your grinding edge and the metal gets thinner, so the risk of it going blue is greater. So as you get nearer the final edge, you need to lay off the pressure particularly and keep checking that temperature. If the tool does go blue, if you do have a blue edge, a blue corner, there's nothing you can do about that unless you re-temper the tool, which really isn't practical in most cases. So what you need to do is grind back beyond that blue. And at the same time, when you do that, make sure you don't turn the tool blue again. So let me just summarise. To avoid the tool going blue, you want to use a slower speed grinding wheel, the coarser stone, and to lay off the pressure. But if you only remember one thing, or learn one thing from this lesson, it's to continually check the temperature of the metal as you're grinding. I use my thumb or my finger regularly, and I don't let the tool go more than hand warm, just warm, never hot before I dip it in the cold water. So continually cooling, being patient, continually cooling, that's a way to avoid the tool going blue.